Do you remember the last time you had amnesia?
No.
It's not a question, but it's if you think about, for example, when you drive home. Do you drive?
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you had that experience of driving in a car when perhaps you're taking a familiar route home that you've taken many times, and you get home and you can't quite remember taking the journey? I mean, these are quite ordinary everyday experiences, but you know that feeling.
Yeah.
Good. I want to show you how you can create that, and also to be able to go into the trance with your eyes open. I want you to look at this pattern. And as you look at that, I want you to go into the trance, but keep your eyes open. You will have absolutely no memory of anything that occurs during the time that you're in the state. And whenever you see this polka dot design, whether it's on a screen like this or on a handkerchief or anywhere, you will move instantly and comfortably into this trance state. And then when the design is taken away from your field of vision, you come back up and out of the sleep state, just as if you were being counted awake, with no memory of what happened in between. So you can look at the screen for a bit there, and then you can stop looking at the screen. How long were you looking at the screen for?
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Oh, that is probably about right, isn't it? Excellent. Stand up for me. Just come and stand about there. Your PIN number that you use at the moment, do you use it for loads of things, or is it just for getting cash out the machine?
Mainly just my cash machine.
Okay. So if I was to tell you your PIN number, if I could work that out from you, you could go and change that, and it wouldn't be a huge deal. You're not upsetting a million other things that you use the same number for.
No, not particularly, no.
Okay. All right. Good. So you're happy for me to do this if I can get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Think of your PIN number. You got it?
Hmm?
Just think of the number. And obviously you wouldn't have told anybody what this is. No, that wouldn't make any sense. So just think of the number. Good. That's good. Say the number.
1054.
Good. Just think of it. Visualize the number. Imagine yourself at the machine. Look at me. 1.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah.
1054. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Is that your PIN number?
Yeah.
Good. I was pleased I got that right. I thought I was going to get that wrong. PIN numbers are difficult. Thank you very much for today.
No problem.
Excellent. It's been a fun morning. Thank you.
Yeah, it's quite strange that he knew my PIN number because I don't tell anyone. It's not like he could have asked someone who knew. I haven't told him, I haven't written it down anywhere. So I'm baffled, I guess. I don't know how he worked it out.
So, I'm now going to give Chris's friend Sibley his cue. Now, the cue is to suggest to Chris that after the night that they've had, they're better off going to the shop, buying some beers, and then going back to Chris's flat. What do you, my lovely audience, want to happen when they get to the shop? Either Chris will be the shop's 5,000th customer and win a basket full of goodies, or you can have him framed for shoplifting. Voiceover man, those options again, please.
So, will you choose option A, he's the shop's lucky 5,000th customer? Or option B, he's accused of shoplifting?
Audience, it's time for you to take control. Remote control, so cast your votes now. The votes have been counted. We now have 60% of you. 60% of you have chosen that he gets framed for shoplifting. OK, so let's go over to the shop and make it happen. Hello, shop. Can you hear us in the shop? Faye, give us a wave if you can hear us. Faye, can you hear us? Give us a wave if you can. Stand blankly and do nothing if you can hear us. Faye, can you hear me, Faye?
And hold your finger a bit.
Faye, if you can hear me, I need you to give us a wave. Faye, give me a wave. Hey! Excellent. All right. OK, so we are going with the shoplifting scenario. You can lose the sashes and the hats. Repeat, lose the sashes and the hats. We are going shoplifting. We are not going 5,000th customer. Get rid of them. OK, so I now need to give the cue to Sibley. That's Sibley there in the orange shirt, who's going to suggest that they now leave after the night they've had.
Rocky.
Yeah.
Lovely evening. Take care.
Cheers. Right, cheers, mate. I'm actually going to pee myself before going.
Very nice, all looking very friendly. That's Sibley's bag. That might be important in a minute. And off they go. So they're going to be leaving this bar, and the shop they're heading to is only a couple of doors down. Sibley knows to make sure they go into the shop. Our shop actors are waiting. So here's how this is going to work. All night, Chris's friend Sibley has been carrying a bag. You can see him holding that bag there. And in a moment, Sibley is going to get the cue to leave the shop, but leaving the bag containing stolen goods with Chris. So once Sibley is gone, Chris is going to be accused of shoplifting. All right, so let's go over to the shop and make it happen. So, Faye, who is our shop assistant actor. Faye, can you go over and give Sibley his cue, please?
Yeah, we've got James and Hannah coming around tomorrow night.
Hello, can I help you?
James and Hannah. We're all right, thanks. Should we load up a bit? That's the thing. Actually, my bladder's kicking off big time.
That was his cue.
Run back and meet Towing. Yeah, look, seriously. Take that. Hold my bag. I'll see you soon.
He's nipping off to the loo. Which is...
Default. Yeah, standard. Yeah, I'll see you there.
So the shopkeeper won't accuse him of anything until he comes to the till to actually pay for what he's got in the basket. And here we go.
Is that it? That's it, thank you. You sure?
Yeah.
You sure that's it?
That's everything I put in the basket, yeah.
But what about the stuff that you put in your bag?
I don't put anything on it. It's my mate's bag.
No, I've seen you just now just put something in your bag. Yes.
What?
Right. You're just taking that from there. That's not your mate's bag.
Why would I take?
Babe,
Why
no.
would I take always?
That's right. Why would you take panty liners and peas? Why would that? What are you going to do with panty liners and peas? Listen, it's not like that. Babe, can you lock the door? Look,
That's my mate. That's my
no, I'm
mate's
going to
bag.
have to call the police here.
Faye, you need to call the police.
See the video. Yeah, call the police, please, Faye.
Because I promise, I have not done anything wrong. Okay?
For a man to nick panty liners and peas.
So the police have been called.
Swear to you.
Look, that's your bag, isn't it?
That's not. That's my mate's bag. He ran off.
Do you know what? I think I've seen your face here before. You've been in this shop before, haven't you?
Never been in the shop before.
I think you have.
Never.
Because we've had a lot of
OK, the police should be coming in about 20 seconds.
Your face does ring a bell.
OK, can we send in the police? They should be just around the corner. Here they come. They'll be coming in. Of course, there'll be some CCTV footage to answer this once and for all.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Chris Corbett. I'm happy to look at the security cameras to prove my innocence because I did not put them in there.
We've got the security
We're going to sort this out now. Let's just have a look at this, okay? And just see what's going on. You stay here.
Because I did not put them in there.
Spare us 1 minute.
Honestly,
No, don't shake my hand.
Just stay with my colleague.
OK, so they are off to look at some CCTV. And when they emerge, they're going to say one of two things. Either there's nothing on the footage and they're going to let him off, or the footage clearly shows Chris stealing the goods and the policeman will arrest him. Audience, it's time for you to make your 5th decision of the night. Voiceover man, those options again, please.
Will you choose option A, he gets let off scot-free, or option B, he gets arrested?
Audience, it's time for you to take remote control. Cast your votes now. Thank you very much. Your votes are in, and I can now reveal to you that the majority of you have gone for the arrest. So let's get the shop assistant. Let's get Faye, the shop assistant, to cue the police and make it happen. That's the cue.
So I told you, yeah. It's just a thief. That's what it is.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I've viewed the tape of the storeholder, okay? and it seems to me there's a question to answer. So what? Yeah, it doesn't look right to me. You know?
He's a thief. You should be ashamed of
So
yourself. I mean,
so-
from a small shop, look at these
All right,
items,
sir.
panty
All right,
liners
sir.
and
All right,
pins.
all right. At the moment, what we need to do is take you down to the station, and we're going to sort it out. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you fail to mention one question or something like that.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, they're taking him out. They're going to put him in the van.
Well, they got you for, mate.
Sit there, mate, on this side. Yep.
He's been thieving from that shop.
Evening.
All right.
Anybody up for a little bit of mind reading?
Yes.
Yes? What's your name?
Christian.
Again?
Christian.
Christian. Come around here for me. Christian, nice to meet you, Christian. Okay, do this for me. Think of a tune. I want you to get a tune in your head. And I want you to make it a tune that's well-known, that people would know about if they heard it, all right? I'm going to ask you to play it in your head, nothing out loud, but sort of whistle it or hum it to yourself. But just make sure it's a well-known one. It can be, you know, modern or old, doesn't matter, but just get something and just start. Don't sing it, just in your head, just silently. Okay, so now I know it's got words to it. So you see, everything you're saying is giving me clues. So try not to give me too many clues, but just get it in your head. Have you got something? Slow down a little bit, perhaps a little bit slower than it would normally play, and just start to run that through in your head, okay? So it's got words to it, we know that. So it could be like a nursery rhyme, or it could be a pop song, or it could... Okay, so it's a modern song then, all right? Just keep looking at me, and just play the song in your head over and over again. There's a slightly stringy feel to it. Would that be right? Yeah. I imagine if it's a pop song, it's probably like with maybe a guitar and strings mainly. It's not a big band sound, but it is a band. So it's a band song. It starts off na-na like that, yeah? Something ba-da-da, is something like that? Keep looking at me. Right, now just turn up the volume in your mind. Turn it up so you make it louder. Louder and louder. So you can almost hear it for real. Is it the verb?
I believe it is Rich Ashcroft.
Is it
the verb, yeah.
Is it the drugs don't work by the verb?
I know he's evil, and I know that he's pure. I could see in his eyes that I was simply a baby lamb to the wolf. I could tell that this was going to end badly for me, and it did.
I'm not evil. I just sometimes go to great lengths to make these things happen.
Good.
Let's rewind back through Christian's day before he went to the pub.
Well, if we can get back in. I don't think so. No, I think she's that purely as a... Is that like a group work?
That's actually quite good if we did a few unloaded and loaded. And in the actual new office, there's all piles in and sets out and sets up.
So that's one way of getting an idea into someone's head. And tonight...
Poor old Jody, and he has no idea just how much worse his weekend is going to get.
So, with phase one now complete, we can make Jody feel guilty whenever we want him to with our triggers. And the second phase is now to make him doubt his own memory, so that later on he can be confused as to whether or not he might have done something to feel guilty about. And the way we're going to do it is by creating a series of inexplicable changes around him, beginning with Dr. Black's red tie.
So don't underestimate the power of networking.
So Dr. Black will start talking about networking and then start handing out application forms.
Then you're looking at a situation where 50 people in that group become 500 contacts.
So he's handing out the application forms.
Excuse me,
Camera 14. His tie is going to change colour as he does this, so we'll need to be on that.
I started going to this guy's meetings, started listening to what he had to say about employing younger college graduates, trying to understand exactly what he was looking for. Now, give me your attention for just 1 second. One of the issues with effective listening, I think, is that we believe the literate more than the oral. If it's written down, we seem to think that it's more important. And I'm telling you that
The point is you don't notice, but it's just to make him
So I think if any of you
suddenly start to question his capacity to remember things properly.
Thank you so much for your warm welcome. I'm not sure it's deserved yet, but I'm Alice Plummer, and I am a professor of theatre in the University of Glasgow.
He's seen that this is what Alice is wearing today. She's been wearing this at breakfast and everything as well.
All day, yeah.
So he's had plenty of time to absorb that that's what she's wearing. Yeah.
Interview techniques. We've got preparation.
Here we go. Are we on it? Can we be on it?
Prepare to fail. You know that. That's the key. Appearance. Is what I'm wearing presenting me well? Relaxation. They want you to be the one. Meet them with confidence. It's the one thing that students don't do. They go into that interview and they don't smile. These are the tools to show us all of our learning off in this package. There's no point in going in and not being able to communicate your education. I think they're doing brilliant work, and I'm absolutely honoured to be here. Thank you.
Jodie, if you want to come up.
Okay. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. See you on the screen.
While Jodie's giving his talk, I'm going to sneak into the house and mess around with one of the rooms he's become most familiar with.
So I was going to continue. As a student or as an
tomorrow all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So most of the changes have been quite subtle up to this point, but we're going to see how he reacts to something that happens right under his nose.
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry, just to get clarification from what you said earlier. You said the size of the bathrooms. What did you say? Bathrooms? No, the latency. Okay, no, sorry. Wait 1 second. Sorry, if... Make sure that there's, you said transported. So, you don't have to worry about any of that. And obviously all the files and this, that. Okay? Great. So, sorry again. That's great, thank you.
But it's about having it set up as you go.
Did I eat all my fish?
No.
I think I have, yeah. I mean, not...
But that is my absolute favourite fish.
I'm suddenly minus half of my fish.
So, John Dory is sort of a bit of a game.
I don't remember eating all of it. It's just gone.
I've had it in...
No. It's fine. Yeah.
Maybe it's just
I must have eaten it. I must have eaten it all. I just didn't. I just thought I had a bit left.
Okay, so we now need a dry run for the murder itself, just to make sure that everything's working. So Dan, the house manager, is going to come in and say that the Duchess's priceless pearl necklace has been stolen. And Jack's going to say that he saw Jodie with it earlier on, which of course isn't true. And it's to see now whether a combination of Jodie doubting his own memory to the extent that he might question whether or not he could have had it, and the guilt that I'm going to trigger by setting off the bell sound will be enough to make Jodie believe that he could have actually stolen it and then go and confess to it.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to interrupt, but an item of jewellery has gone missing. It's a pearl necklace. Normally, it's kept in a display cabinet behind locked doors, but for some reason, that particular cabinet has been unlocked for the last few days. So if anybody has found anything...
Jodie, was that the one you had last night? In the class? You were just holding it by the window in the drawing room. You were definitely holding it. I'm not saying you nicked it, but you were holding it last night. You know, three sets of pearls and it had a kind of clasp on it.
If you do see it, then please come and find me. I'll probably be around the desk.
John to send Jodie up to this room to get the shirt.
I'll grab my shirt. I'm gonna go. Yeah, that's right, mate.
Here he goes.
Oh my God.
Guilt, anger is stripped.
Look, he's hidden it.
Oh, we know he's feeling guilty. He's hidden it.
You'll be absolutely fine.
If you don't find him, what you have to do.
He's given the shirt to John. That's who he was getting it from.
You're okay, aren't you?
All right, yeah, I don't know.
You don't look okay.
Yeah, funny.
Do you? Why is that?
Let's get a tight two-shot on camera 6.
These pearls.
Yeah.
Paul Jack said that he saw me with them last night.
Okay.
I don't remember having them.
Right.
I'm sure I've never seen him in my life.
You have them in your room?
I don't know how they got there.
Oh, that's okay. No, that's all right. Just go and get them and say where you found them.
Who do I give them to?
Give them to, Dad. Give them to me if you like. I'll say I found them.
No, I should do it myself.
Are you sure?
What if it was me that took them?
It was me that took them.
Yeah, I should, really.
He's questioning it, isn't he? He's going upstairs, doubting his own memory.
I won't say anything.
It looks like the dry run to get Jodie to confess to something he hasn't done is working. He's responded well to the guilt trigger. We've managed to make him doubt his own memory, and he's starting to believe he took the pearls, which we know he didn't do.
What if it was me that took them?
Now I wanted to know if the Bronikoff method's claim of training the blind to see will be fulfilled for Judy when we attend their 4-day course. We will take part in the beginner's course, level 1. Although we're here to test the Bronikoff method's claim to create a world without blindness, this psychic system actually sells itself as a method of human development, offering uses in wider medicine, finance, even architecture. In fact, on the courses I'll be attending, only a tiny percentage of people are actually blind. According to the Bronikoff's proponents, over 300,000 people worldwide have taken the course, and it's not cheap, starting at nearly €700 for level 1. The course is being taught by Vladimir Bronikov, the son of the founder and the man featured in the publicity material. But these could just be simple tricks, and there have been accusations that they're achieved just by looking down the side of the blindfold, or even through small holes in it. Certainly, many conjurers perform far more impressive blindfold stunts. Vladimir has been shown having difficulty replicating these feats when the possibility of cheating is removed. One of the leading figures in the movement is Peter Kamp, a Dutch technology expert who had tried to explain to us how the system works, using a Hollywood-style analogy.
And let's make a short step to the film The Matrix. In The Matrix,
I like The Matrix, yeah.
it's a nice movie, isn't it? It's a really cool movie, and we like it a lot. Because it explains what we do.
Okay.
It explains what it is. Only they do it a little bit slightly different than we do. So we've got a material world. So when we look outside, I see your body, I see yours, I see a cameraman, I see this board. This is in the material world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? When we dream, we are in a non-material world. And there's a world in between, which is reality, we call it. When Nano was a computer nerd in the Matrix, he was in this world. Then he took a pill, and he moved to this world. And there he's trained in all kinds of things like martial arts, and he used it when he came back in this world. We don't shift bodies, but we only shift consciousness. So when we put on our blindfolds, our masks, we move to this space, be trained here, and we turn it off again, and we are back here. That's what the Matrix is.
You stay in Wonderland.
The movie's dystopian vision of a future world in which the protagonists shuffle painfully between different levels of reality reflects much of what the followers of the method believe they are able to achieve using only their minds.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
From this rather eccentric start, things got stranger as Peter went on to explain that the method has 18 levels, only 3 of which have been worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Level 1 teaches students how to generate the energy necessary to apply the Bronnikov method.
If I'm looking now, my brain gets the energy because light is coming through my eyes. But as soon as I close my eyes, where's the energy coming from? Urogenital system.
The urogenital system.
So by doing the level 1 exercise, we improve this part. And as soon as I close my eyes, this generator starts to work. It gives energy to my brain. If I don't develop that, it will destroy you.
The brain would be drawing energy from the urogenital system that isn't there and would physically damage the body as well.
That's correct.
So
that's why the main thing within our method is safety rules.
So much for level 1. Level 2 teaches students how to use their psychic powers and magnetic energy fields to bypass their eyes and generate a blank screen in their mind. This they call the psycho-biocomputer. And in level 3, students learn how to see the real world on that blank screen, even if they're blind.
And level 3 is extremely valuable for people who have no eyesight. Because then your brain will see the outside world directly.
But back on the course, things didn't seem to be working out so well.
Any sensation there?
No, nothing changes.
Level 1 is designed to teach us how to generate the energy needed to use the method. We learn how to create balls of energy with our hands, a familiar exercise I've come across before. We rub our hands together and are told to feel the resultant odd sensation in the hands as an energy ball, and one that can then be transferred to and held by another person.
I must have really dead hands.
Why don't you try it with?
Yeah,
you
sure.
try it
Yeah.
with Judy, because at least we know that half of it will be.
Sorry, it really doesn't feel any different.
Doesn't matter. What we do, we will move on. So I will go up your hands, I will take the ball.
So I will tell you if I feel it.
It's okay, it's okay.
Okay.
Of course, it's one thing to imagine you have an energy, another for it to be real enough to pass on to someone else. So I'm not surprised that we didn't have much success. Now we learned how to use our urogenital areas to generate the energy that would eventually make it possible for us to create a blank screen in our mind, which the Bronnikovs call a psycho-biocomputer.
But if Joe won't do a scientific test, he has agreed to do a second one-on-one reading. In his first reading with Wanda, he scored hit after hit. This time I wanted to arrange a reading which was independently organised by us. A woman called Roz answered an ad I put in the local paper and agreed to be read by Joe.
Hi, Roz. Hello.
I've asked her to use a fictitious name and an address other than her own.
Most people, when they go into a reading, say they're kind of a bit sceptical, they don't know. What are your thoughts at the moment? Do you believe in this kind of thing?
I'd like to believe in it, and 99% of me, yeah, and there's 1% doubtful.
Can I ask you as well, if you don't mind telling us, we know you have had a loss in your life because that's why we have a meeting. Can you just tell us the details of what happened? Is that all right?
Yeah, it was our older sister. She developed breast cancer, which was being treated, and it was looking good. And then it just came back with revenge. When Elaine was alive, and the three of us made a pact that if something happened, one of us died, the person who died would find a way of getting through to the other two of us. Because I'm sure if there's a way, she will definitely find it.
So Roz is not sceptical, and she's genuinely seeking contact. We've just changed her name and address. I've left Roz, or Pam as we're calling her, to collect Joe for the reading. So far, I've seen no real evidence to confirm that Joe is communicating with the dead. But in the next few minutes, if Joe scores hit after hit as he did before, it'll help persuade me that he is the real deal.
There you go.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Darren, come on, behave yourself.
OK.
So...
Let's go in?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Do you know who you are? Have you been in the house before?
I've said a hello. We've turned up and I said a hello. But,
yeah. So you've been in. You've met these people. Before?
I have briefly met them. Yes, I have.
Thank you. I wanted to go to the loo first before I see these people.
OK.
For me, this is Joe's moment.
Actually, I'll sit here. Hello.
Hi.
So, Pam, Joe, Pam.
Hi, Pam. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Joe.
You're all right, thank you. Now, I'm aware of a gentleman actually coming through. It feels more like a father in the spirit world. OK, do you have a dad in the spirit world?
Yes.
Yes, OK. I felt your dad, as soon as I come through the room, wanted to try and come through and say hello to you. OK, I don't know if he's saying 2 children connected, but there was meant to be 3. How many children do you have?
2.
2. It's something to do with 2 children.
Yes.
But there should have been 3 children. Would that make sense to you?
Yeah, it makes sense, yeah.
OK, and you have, obviously, that child is in the spirit world now?
Yes.
Yeah, OK. Have you come here to try and communicate and bring this child through?
No, not the child.
OK,
no.
that's fine. Don't worry about it. Now, I'm also aware of a lady coming through as well. I'm pretty sure is that it was connected to a mum. Would she have been one of 5?
Yes.
Yes, because she talks about there's 5 of us. Yeah? OK, she keeps talking about a separation here, a divorce. OK, and I don't know whether this is connected to do with you or there was some type of split up going back quite a while.
No.
OK, why she mentioned 17 years ago then? Is the Jimmy or James connected?
No.
She's saying yes on grandfather's side?
No.
OK, maybe have a think about it. It may come back a little bit later on. OK. I feel it's connected to the 5 which was connected to your mum when she said it was one of 5. OK, so it may go back a long time ago. Sometimes we can't think because the mind has to think a lot beforehand. Yeah? OK, because I've never met you, I've never seen you before, and as soon as I come in, I knew it was that your father was waiting here for you. And I knew it was that your mum was waiting, and I knew it was that I wanted to ask her for a little bit of information, and she said 5 of them. So you would know that was your mother coming through. Other than that, I'm going to say God bless and thanks for speaking to me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You OK?
Yeah, I'm fine. There's one particular person that I know was trying to get through to me.
OK, don't worry about that. There may be a person trying to come through, but sometimes the spirit-workless people will come through in their own time.
They said if there's a way of coming through, they will find it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I thought, you know, you might be that person.
Yeah, but maybe I'm not the right person all the time. I can't guarantee I can go to one place and bring a certain person through. So I wouldn't be too disappointed. I'd be happy that someone is coming through. Yeah. Can I just ask you as well? I know you seem disappointed. Is the Paul connected with you?
Paul. We have a Paul, yeah.
Okay, as in the living world.
Living world, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, because you're obviously Mum is talking about Paul. It's okay. You don't mind me asking. I don't know if he's a cousin or someone quite close to you.
In-law.
In-law, Paul, in-law.
What does my mum want to say about Paul?
See, I don't. All I know at the moment is that there was some type of connection with Paul. I don't know if there's been some spot of bother or something happened around Paul, but I know is that she was specifically talking of a Paul.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
I was hoping
can I
for
just
something
ask
a bit more definite.
how you managed to come in and have a reading?
How was it arranged?
Yeah.
I applied to have a reading done.
To who?
To the advert.
Okay, and who answered the phone?
I can't think offhand now which specific.
Okay, and have you met Derren before, have you?
No, never.
He's just said he's just been in your house.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, this morning. Yeah, I meant not before today.
So you've met Derren.
Yes,
you know
today.
Derren is a skeptic, and you just said that you haven't seen Derren before, and
Well,
he's been in your house before. I've
today.
just come in. You just told me, Derren, that you haven't been here. So
You hadn't met me
Yes, from
before?
today. I've only met him today.
So you'd rather we hadn't met at all? That would have.
Of course, yes.
Okay.
You know, I'm quite happy. Your mum's come through. She talked about the 5 kids. Okay, that is good enough for me.
5 kids.
5. She was one of 5.
Oh, she was one of 5.
One of 5,
sorry.
yeah.
Right.
But you seem to be trying to, as if I need to prove to you.
No, I'm very open-minded. I was hoping.
Yeah.
No, very open-minded.
Yeah.
No.
But that's why I would have preferred not meeting Derren Brown.
No,
so anyway, I'm
no,
going
you
to say
didn't, Joe.
thank you with that.
Okay.
And thank you, Travelers.
Thank
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
OK, talk to me. You seem unhappy.
Well, I'm unhappy because you told me a blatant lie.
Which was?
You told me that you had not been in this house.
I told you I had been in that house.
No, you told me you had not been in this house. Yeah. So you've been in. You've met these people.
I have briefly met them. Yes, I have.
Thank you. But don't you think that's absolutely terrible? That to me is terrible.
Joe, if you don't stand here and continue the conversation, you're not going to hear what I say in response to that.
You've been in the house, you're supposed to be a famous person, you was never meant to be in that house.
Joe, I'm going to be honest with you, it seems like if you do a bad reading, you blame everybody else other than yourself. It's her fault, it's my fault, and it's not your fault.
It is. You shouldn't have gone into the house, it was corruption.
Nothing to do with it, Joe. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference.
Corruption. That is absolutely terrible. Bad showmanship, Derren. Bad showmanship.
I don't know what... OK, so you think by me being in there and being sceptical, that makes her more sceptical?
Yes. You've got to draw a fine line of what is real and what is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of the things what I do is real because I am touching people, right, in a nice way.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you push overboard and you're taking literally the piss out of skeptics and mediums when there's real gifted people out there, OK, that's when it draws a line.